They told me I talk too much. All the time, every time I turn around. Hush, child. I talk so much I couldn't make my own self be quiet. But guess what? I just flew from the United States to do what? Talk. So everybody has something. And just because someone can draw or they can dance or they can sing and you can't do that, that doesn't mean you don't have nothing. How many of y'all cook? Man, there's a lot of people making money doing that. How many can sew? I was over Miss Petra's house last night. Miss Petra has 150,000 plants in her yard, in her house and everywhere else. I swear I could kill a plastic one. So she's got a gift of gardening, a green thumb, that if she decided she didn't want to be a lawyer no more, she could be a horticulturist. Because that's a gift that she has. It's obvious if you ever go to her front yard, you don't got to go in the house. You can see it from outside. It's a gift that God has given her, and we all have one. Or we have many. Because some can cook, some can sew, some can horticulture, all of it. Me, I talk and I write. I'm pretty good at that. I have 5 children. I wouldn't even say I'm the best mother in the world, but I'm doing the best I can. Mother Teresa created an order whose members tended to be orphaned, sick, and dying, and they were amongst the poorest of the poor in India, and eventually worldwide. Through her work, she inspired many to serve the less fortunate. And she wasn't famous for singing. She wasn't famous for business. She wasn't famous for her beauty. She was famous for serving. So it's not about what you have that determines what you can do. If you have a heart to serve, your popularity and blessings can flow just from your heart of service. Famous people will hear about you all over the world, just like they heard about Mother Teresa. And every time as a child, when I would look at her pictures, I thought, really, there's nothing so spectacular about this woman? I really thought she needed more to eat. She worked with the poor, and it seemed like she was giving them everything to eat, and she was never eating because she was so small. But she was very, very popular. She used the diversity of the poor to give them the strength they needed to make it happen. Oh, yes. You understand? Then there are others, like Queen Elizabeth, who is the second longest serving British monarch. She has witnessed rapid social and economic change and has been a unifying influence for the Britain and the Commonwealth. Indira Gandhi was the first female prime minister of India, and she served twice, from 66 to 77 and from 80 to 84. So see, you can mess up and they'll bring you back. We don't know why she left the first time, but we know she did something right the first time and they brought her back again. So don't worry about the mistakes that you've made in your life. If you made one, good. My granddaddy used to say, if you learn from it, it was a lesson. If you repeat it, it was a mistake. You get it? So if you do something and it doesn't work out, you learn something from it. You take that knowledge to the next thing you try, but you keep trying. Do you understand? She was so bold that she would, my God, I'm so sorry. We have a young lady, I'm going to try to say her name right. Malala, you guys know her? Yes. Okay. Somebody say her name for me. Malala. Say her last name. Yusafa? Something. Okay, because I've been trying to work on it all week. I look in the dictionary and everywhere. I'm like, I got to get this name right. She is an 18-year-old Pakistani girl who defied the threats of the Taliban to campaign for the rights for females to be educated. She survived being shot in the head by the Taliban, and yet she still has not stopped. She has led a global campaign to ensure that females receive the same educational rights as males. How many of y'all willing to take a bullet for your cause? I don't see no hands. I'm looking for the hands, no hands. But this is some of the things that are going on around the world with the women around the world. And when you sit here today, it appears to be a banquet. It's nice. We had great food. It's very beautiful in here. Petra and them stayed up half the night doing all this stuff. So it just seems like we're just fellowshipping. But we're not fellowshipping, ladies. We're energizing. We're energizing. For some of you, you're re-energizing. You're going to get back that fire that you had in you a long time ago, that somebody stole from you because they told you that your dream was impossible. That fire that you had in you before you lost the income that you thought you had needed to make your dream come true. The day before I came here, I quit my job. I called my friend, I said, I quit my job. She said, you quit your job? I quit my job because I'm working beneath my privilege. That's not my destiny. That's not my purpose. And I have to trust that the God that created me, put purpose in me, will make way for me. There are only a few women that have used this. These are only a few women that have used their circumstances and situations to make a difference. And I picked them so that you can see that it doesn't matter. Whatever your circumstances are, you can be what you want to be. A wonderful woman that recently left us to claim her crown wrote a very inspiring poem that encouraged me when I was a very young girl. When everybody told me my legs was too long, my forehead was too big. Notice I have a bang. I never go without it. They told me my voice was too heavy. I sound like a man. My husband loves it. So many things. I was too dark. That was probably the one that got me the most. My own brothers and sisters called me Black Spook. Yeah. If you can't come home and be comfortable, where else do you go? You know? So I had to learn to dig deeper and reach out beyond my surroundings to get some strength from someone else. And this beautiful woman did an awesome job of strengthening me, and this is what she used to do it. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl in my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room as cool as I please, and to a man, the fellows stand or they rock to their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say it's the fire in my eyes, and it's the flash in my teeth. It's the swirl and swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the arch of my back. It's in the sun of my smile, the rise of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. Yeah, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care, because I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Guess what, ladies? That's you too. I don't want you no more walking around with your head hung down. My granddaddy used to say, if you walk around with your head like this, you bump into stuff. He said, no matter how you feel when you get up in the morning, if you're breathing, your head ought to be up. If you're 6 feet above the ground, your head ought to be up. No matter if you can't rub 2 pennies together. If you can breathe, you ought to hold your head up. But because you are phenomenal women, you are God's special gift to this world. There's not a man in this world that can survive without you. Trust me. Trust me. And if they tell you they can, I'm sure you'll find some men that will argue that point with you. But if they tell you they can survive without you, ask them how they got here. You'll see? It took you or someone built like you. Right? The speaker before me said there's a whole room full of men with wombs in here. Well, let one of them try to do what we have done. Yeah. That won't happen. So you are more special than you could ever think. God would give you the responsibility to carry one of his special children in your body and birth them into this world and then place them under your care. If that's not special, I don't need to be president. I got 5 babies. I feel like I got 5 crowns and 5 gold stars and 5 gold medals and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? I done won the race. I done been to the top of the White House or whatever you want to say. My 5 babies mean I done done it. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that I did it by myself, sorry, baby daddies. And people used to say, how do you do it as a single mother? My answer then and still is, I've never been a single mother. My children have a father, and his name is Jesus Christ. And he has never missed a birthday, a Christmas, a Easter, a back to school, or none of that. He's never missed nothing. I need you to leave this room today, not just trusting in your own self, but I need you to leave this room today with the faith in God that he can and he will do what he said he will do. Our God is not a man. He cannot lie. He owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. And he can do exceedingly, abundantly, and above anything you can think or ask him for. You have to believe that this world belongs to you. Do you want it? How bad do you want it? You gotta want it bad enough to take the diversity in your life, use it and make yourself strong, and get out here and make it happen.
That's what we're talking about, making it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, round of applause for Miss Deidra Bibb. Yes, take a bow, take a bow. There's nothing I can add to that. Mary, you gonna try?